What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video guys, me doing the should you summon for the brand new Tower God collaboration. So I'm making this video a few hours before the release on global of the collaboration, guys, and what I wanted to do in today's video is pretty much give you guys my thoughts on the characters, how I think they're going to be playing out in the game, and whether or not I think it's going to be worth summoning based on the characters' kits and the banner itself as well. So if you guys do enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we're on the road to that 50,000 subscribers. And yeah, I definitely do appreciate all the support on the channel as of late, guys. It definitely does mean a lot. And with that out of the way, man, let's hop in and let's actually talk about the banner and the characters featured, and we'll talk whether or not it's going to be worth summoning just based on those things and the kits of the characters. So starting off with Urek Mazino here. Let's actually go over his kit and we'll talk exactly if he's going to be worth it. So increases all stats of the hero by 5% for each applicable ally participating in the battle. Taunts all enemies for 1 turn at the start of the battle as well. At the start of the battle, applies Power of King on the hero, then Shinsu Barrier on allies for 2 turns. Power of the King is going to be attack related stats plus 30%. Damage dealt with single target attacks plus 30% as well. And then Shinsu Barrier is going to create a barrier equal to 300% of the hero's initial attack and damage taken minus 80%. At the start of the ally's turn, decreases the hero's damage taken by 20% for each Shinsu Barrier removed for 2 turns, and it's going to stack up to 4 times. And if the hero with 50% or less HP, the hero removes all debuffs from self, fully recovers HP, becomes invincible for 1 turn, and gains the ruler of the tower for 2 turns limit once. Invincibility is going to be immune to all damage. Ruler of the tower is going to be damage dealt with single target attacks plus 100% and critical chance plus 50%. Now moving on to his skills here, guys, we got the first skill here, inflicts skybreak damage equal to 500% of attack on 1 enemy. Skybreak is going to be 50% attack when using his skill and 2 times critical damage increase. And then the second skill here is going to be decreases defense related stats of 1 enemy by 50% for 3 turns. Then inflicts burst damage equal to 300% of attack, which burst is going to be 2 times critical damage increase and a 50% damage dealt increase when attacking a debuffed enemy. And then moving on here to the ultimate of the character, guys, and this is obviously going to scale based on the dupe level. You guys can see it right here, so from 1 out of 6 all the way to 6 out of 6. But for the 6 out of 6 ultimate, increases all stats of the hero by 30% for 2 turns and applies Shinsu Barrier on allies for 2 turns. Then inflicts damage equal to 525% of attack on all enemies, and the Shinsu Barrier is going to create a barrier equal to 300% of the hero's initial attack and damage taken minus 80% as well. Now another thing to mention too, guys, is that the brand new characters do also have holy relics. So for Urek Mazino, he's going to have increase the hero's critical chance by 50% for each hero that dies in battle, and this is going to include the enemies and your own side as well. So pretty much whenever someone's dying on the battlefield in general, you're getting that 50% critical chance increase. Alright, guys, so that is going to be the kit right there for Mazino right there. Let's actually move on now to Yiwa Yeon. So let's talk about exactly what she's going to be able to do. So for her passive here, it's going to increase the hero's basic stats by 5% for each human ally participating in the battle, applies Burning Shield on the hero at the start of the battle, and Burning Shield is going to allow her so that HP does not fall below 1 total, and then reflects 50% of the damage taken. The effect is going to be removed when taking damage 4 times from enemy skills during the enemy's turn, and then applies 1 flame of the family on all heroes on the battlefield, and at the end of the enemy's turn and at the start of the ally's turn as well, stacking up to 2 times. And the flame of the family decreases the target's remaining HP by 5% at the end of the ally's turn. Now when a hero uses a skill, all flame of the family effects are going to be removed from all heroes, and when the heroes and then the heroes damage dealt and critical damage are going to increase by 10% for each flame of the family removed, stacking up to 240% for both the crit chance or the critical damage and the damage dealt as well. Now moving over to the attack cards here, guys, we do have inflicts Firestorm damage equal to 500% of attack on 1 enemy. Firestorm is going to be 2 times critical chance increase, 2 times pierce rate increase, and 30% damage dealt for every ignite effect on the target. And then moving on to the second skill here, the Blooming Flare, it's going to inflict spark damage equal to 300% of attack on all enemies. Spark is going to be damage dealt plus 1.5% and critical chance plus 2% per 1% of diminished HP when using a skill, which is very strong. And then moving on to the ultimate here, guys, you can see the scaling on the dupes as well. The amount of ignites are going to depend on the dupe level of the character, going from 2 all the way to 7. But for the 6 out of 6 ultimate here, inflicts firestorm damage equal to 400% of attack on all enemies, applying 7 ignite effects for 4 turns. And firestorm is going to be 2 times critical chance, 2 times pierce rate, 30% damage dealt for every ignite, and ignites themselves are going to be damage taken by the target, can be stacked up like infinitely, and plus 10% overall for each of the ignite stat. And then moving on to Yua's holy relic, guys. So we actually have to pull up the patch part again. But yeah, for moving on to her holy relic here, it's going to apply 1 ignite effect on all enemies for 4 turns at the end of the enemy's turn and at the start of the ally's turn. And then yeah, and then it's going to increase allies damage dealt by 3% and decrease their damage taken by 3% for each ignite effect on the enemy, stacking up to 30%. So 10 ignites total, and you're gonna have the max out of this holy relic. And then yeah, I mean, you're always gonna be able to just infinitely apply ignites on the enemy. So she pretty much acts as like a new kind of Kyo Demiurge type character. Alright guys, so that's gonna be the kits of the 2 brand new characters. Now I'm not gonna cover the other 3 characters kits. If you guys know exactly what they do, I'll just give a gist of each of them. Bomb is gonna be the PvE unit, or Jouer Viol. He's gonna be the PvE character, very good in Demon King, very strong character overall. Yuri is just kind of a basic stat buffer for human. She also has damage reduction with the Shinsu water, right? So that's, you know, that's pretty solid as well. And then Data Zahard here, kind of more like a PvP leaning character. Unfortunately though, he does get kind of cucked with his buffs. So overall, you know, he's not like the craziest, you know, character nowadays or anything like that. He's still solid though. But yeah, like overall though, guys, you have the 2 brand new characters, which I think both are great. So that's a good sign, right? Starting off with the 2 brand new characters, both are great. The other 3 characters that are rerunning with the collaboration, I think are solid as well. Bomb is going to be free though in the special missions, so you don't necessarily need him. You're only going to need Yuri and Data Zahard if you do want to collect all the characters. So, you know, honestly, because of that, it's not necessarily anything super crazy, especially since they are giving out the free character there. But if you're someone that really does enjoy Tower God, I mean, this is going to be a given, guys. You're going to definitely summon. But for someone that's kind of wondering, like, is this a worthwhile summon for my account overall? And that's really going to kind of depend on if you do enjoy using these types of characters in PvP and maybe shifting your team back to a human meta team. Alright, moving over to Grand Cross itself right now, guys. We do have the Sariel New Year's banner still being a thing, and it's going to be leaving a little bit later tonight. And then we do also have the Meli Ellie banner as well, leaving a little bit later tonight. So the thing is with that is that I think the Meli Ellie banner, if you have not finished the banner already, I would say keep summoning and finish out the banner, guys. This banner is still going to be overall better than the new collaboration because you still have all the crazy festivals. You do still have a bunch of level 100 characters, especially if you're like a new or returning player. I mean, keep summoning on this banner before it leaves. You know, this banner is going to be a lot better for you than the collab banner overall, because the collab banner, the only thing that a new player is really going to take advantage of would be Jouer Viol or Bomb, right? Because he's going to be the free to play PvE character to really help you in just general PvE content. So yeah, with that being said, guys, you don't necessarily really need to summon on the collaboration banner, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because the main selling point of the collab, in my opinion, is the fact that Jouer Viol is really good in PvE, and the fact that you're able to get him for free in the special missions means that you don't necessarily need to summon for any of the other characters overall. Will I be summoning on my free-to-play account though? I will be summoning, guys, for the 2 new characters on the free-to-play because I do have a good amount of gems on my account. I think I have like 1,100 gems on the free-to-play right now, so committing about, what is it, like 400-ish gems, because remember, or it's about 500 gems, right? Remember though that in the patch notes we are going to be getting a ton of free tickets, so we don't even have to spend all of it in gems. You're gonna be getting here, if you go to the login bonus, 30 tickets right here, and then 10 tickets from these special missions. So that means right there you're getting 4 free multis with tickets alone, and then the rest can be done using gems as well. So that would only mean in total, if we're talking the total amount of gems you'd have to spend, you would just subtract 120 because that's 4 multis right there by the 600, and that means you would have 480 gems that you would only have to spend. So for me, that means I'm able to have still 600 gems, and you know, I can still wait out the rest of the month for another, you know, 400 extra gems just on top of that. And this is not including, you know, any of the gems that we're getting throughout the update, because I didn't even include that for, you know, how that's going to make up for the fact that I'm using 480 gems, let's say, right? But I think it's going to be completely fine, and I'm still okay with doing that on the free to play. So I will be committing to summoning, and also just getting Data Zahar. Box CC is going to be good, and obviously the 2 new characters can be really strong as well. And I do see the value in both Mazino and then also with Yon as well, just being generally very good characters overall. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much my thoughts on the should you summon right there. So if you're someone that really does care about the Tower God collaboration itself, then definitely summon. If you're someone that does not care about the characters themselves and you just want to know what's the best character to get for your account, it's gonna be Bomb, which is the free-to-play character already, because of the fact that he's able to clear PvE content for you. If you're looking for more of a PvP-oriented character, then both the 2 new characters are gonna be PvP-oriented, and I think will be fairly good. But overall, if you're someone that already has like a Melieli Demon Team build, or you have the Milim Unknown Team build, and you don't really have Lancelot, or you haven't invested in humans, then I won't necessarily recommend pulling for these 2 new characters, because dude, they really are gonna be best in slot on those human type variant teams. So just kind of bear that in mind, that if you do plan on using these characters, they will be more along the human kind of route. Obviously, you can run them both on different setups of teams. They don't specify, you know, needing certain allies of, well, I guess Yon does, but yeah, Mazino doesn't specify needing a certain race of characters, so you can really run him on pretty much any team, so just kind of bear that in mind. But I do think that humans will be his best in slot regardless, but you can still run him on other teams, which is the nice flexibility about him. So yeah, guys, overall, I would say again, if you're someone that cares for the collab, summon. If you don't necessarily care, you know, about like what's gonna be like super meta for PvP or anything like that, you just want to know like what's good for PvE, Bomb is gonna be free. You don't have to summon with that being the case, because you just get him for free in these special missions. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is definitely a fairly skippable collaboration if you're someone that doesn't really care. But if you do want to summon just to get the brand new characters, I don't blame you. I think both their kits are very good, and yeah, I mean, you do still have another month left over to be able to save for the global anniversary, which is still a good amount of time considering everything that is available. So yeah, guys, that is going to be it for the video right there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of my thoughts on the banner, and whether or not you guys will be summoning on the Tower God collaboration rerun. I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.